Hello, and welcome to the Be a Fucking Lion podcast. This episode is called Relationships Part 2. I want to piggyback off my last podcast about relationships and loving yourself. Except today's episode is going to cover actual relationships. I am by no means a relationship expert, as I am not in a relationship myself, nor have I lived with a man, and I am 42 years old. However, it doesn't take rocket science to know what a loving relationship should be. I have been in enough bad relationships to know that I will never be in a bad relationship again, and what a bad relationship is. In my past relationships, I was a big part of the problem, as I talked about in my last podcast. I see so many people all around me in real life and on social media, in and out of relationships, and they move so quick. I don't even understand how they find someone so fast. My married friends can't understand why I'm single, and I can't understand why they settled. I'm not here to judge anybody's marriage, but I see what I see, and it's not for me. This is not to say I will never settle down, but I absolutely will not settle or be in a relationship full of drama, fighting, arguing, and lack of communication and trust. I'm going to do it right or not at all. To me, this is common sense. For example, I had a good friend. We're not friends anymore today, but she constantly cheated on her husband, and he cheated on her. They have 2 kids who saw it all happen, and it greatly affected the kids. Common sense should tell you this is not a healthy marriage. We tend to excuse our shitty relationships or excuse all of the wrongdoing because it's easier to sweep things under the rug than to leave. Whether you think you want to make it work for the kids or for financial reasons, or maybe you're just comfortable being uncomfortable, staying in an unhealthy relationship does more damage on everybody than leaving does. Leaving might be hard, but so is fighting, cheating, and constantly worrying. When I think about the people I know who are in and out of relationships constantly, falling in love the first week of a new relationship, and who are just in terrible relationships, they all have one thing in common: insecurity. They are extremely insecure. Now, I know these people personally. They are constantly seeking attention and validation. They're scared to be alone and very male dependent. I can't stress this enough. If you can't love yourself, the right person can't love you either. You're not even going to attract the right person. I have another friend who finds a new guy the same day her guy moved out of her house. I've known her for several years, and it's the same story over and over again. I'm constantly trying to tell her to take a break from men and get herself together. She needs to fix her own insecurities first. She also picks the dirtbags who are total shit, and I have seen her push away the only 2 decent guys I've seen her with. She also dates multiple dudes at once. Of course, she is in denial. Again, I'm not a psychiatrist or a relationship expert, but common sense tells me you don't have a different dude or move a different dude into your home every year, get engaged 3 times in 1 year, by 3 different dudes or have a new guy lined up back to back. It's just not normal. I mean, I know today it's starting to seem like that's the normal thing to do because for me, it seems like everybody around me is like that, but it's not normal. We know it's not. Common sense also tells me you don't cheat on your spouse or get into physical altercations with them, especially when kids are watching. I totally understand relationships take work. Some just take a whole hell of a lot more work than they should. Eventually, that relationship will end or you will live a life of misery. Oftentimes, people will stay in the relationship for all the wrong reasons, with kids being the number one reason why they stay. It's either kids or money. This goes for men and women. I understand not wanting to leave your kids, and the transition is very hard and scary. But staying in a marriage you are not happy in is damaging. I used to counsel my married friend, and I'd constantly tell her, if you leave now, you can get through it. Let time pass by while you learn to find your happiness. Or you can stay for however many more years and still be in this position. By the time the relationship is finally over, how many more years do you want to waste? Now, I am not encouraging everybody to give up on their marriage, run out there and file for divorce. Most of us know, though, whether it will work or not. Many people have been in their unhappy relationships for years. We can't change people. Some people are just not compatible or they grow apart. This happens especially to couples who have been together since a young age, got married young, and had kids, and they just became 2 different people as they grew up. Sometimes, though, divorce is the best option. I strongly believe that we know in our hearts when it's done or when we are beating a dead horse, especially if the relationship problems are based around cheating, lying, and belittling. It's not okay to belittle the person you love. Love hurts is a bullshit ass saying. True love doesn't hurt. I also know married couples who are absolutely in love and doing it right. When I say doing it right, I mean they respect each other. They communicate. They work through their disagreements appropriately. Like 2 mature adults who are in love and love each other do. Disagreements are normal. Arguing is normal. Relationships do take sacrifice, yes. But straight up shitty relationships are not normal, nor is that love. Because if a person really loves you, they don't intentionally hurt you. They don't cheat on you or hit you or manipulate you and whatever other shitty things they do. I get it. No relationship is perfect, but that is the most cop-out bullshit excuse I hear from those I know in shitty ass relationships. Quit excusing your shitty relationship. No person who values themselves and loves themselves is going to put up with being cheated on, manipulated, or date a piece of shit. And this goes both ways for men and women. I just told you I have friends, women friends, who are constantly cheating on their husband and boyfriends. We all need to raise our standards of ourselves and of our partners. Let me back up too. One of the ex-friends now that I am talking about, I would be with her meeting these guys in the bar or wherever. I wouldn't know they were coming. she used me as the uh, telling her husband she's with me. My mind went blank. But these guys that she was sleeping with are married also. And their wives either have a clue and stay, or they think they have the best husband in the world and have no clue that they're out cheating on them. It blows my mind. When we raise our standards of ourselves, we raise our standards of our partners, and we don't put up with that shit. So quit settling for less. And if you wonder why you always attract the shitty men or women in your life, I challenge you to quit blaming them and look in the mirror and know that something in you is attracting and choosing them. If you are in a shitty relationship, only you know if it is worth solving or saving, or if it can even be saved. If not, make a plan and get out. It's not easy, but it is still a choice. Kids, money, living arrangements can all be worked out. I promise you. Happier times are waiting and better days are ahead. It takes two people to love each other and make it work. If it's not 100-100, it's not going to work. There will be pain involved and stress and anger at first. But you can choose to get through that and know that happier times are on the other side. Or you can stay in your unhappy relationship and feel pain, anger, and stress for however many more years to come. One path to happiness is harder at first, but shorter to attain than the other. Quit beating a dead horse. Love yourself and attract the right one. Being single is totally okay. I don't know who needs to hear this, but being single is totally okay. Quit being scared. Divorce is okay. If you have tried everything and it's just not working, or if you are in an abusive relationship, mentally or physically, divorce is the best option. Nobody deserves to be miserable. God doesn't even want married couples miserable. I understand most people view marriage as an oath under God. You know, they said their vows under God. But God also doesn't condone cheating, lying, and abuse. So quit using that excuse also. To me, it's simple. Which decision will be the best decision for you? Not for the kids, not for your partner, not for your finances, but for your true happiness. Because the kids will be okay. Your partner will be okay. The finances will get worked out. It may take some time, but at the end of the day, a miserable relationship doesn't do anybody any good. Think about what you are teaching your kids as well. I know couples who have divorced and found another partner they are very happy with, and now there are 4 people loving their kids instead of 2 people showing their kids chaos and misery and what a wrong relationship looks like. We set the example for our kids. If you have a son or a daughter, would you want your daughter to date a man who is constantly cheating on her and breaking her heart or putting his hands on her? Or if you have a son, do you want him cheating on his girlfriend or wife and disrespecting her, because to them that's normal, because that's what you show them. It is our duty as a parent to raise responsible, mature kids that turn into responsible, mature adults. You know what I'm trying to say. We control our own lives with every decision we make. This includes who we choose to date, marry, and what we put up with, for how long we put up with it. It is our choice and nobody else's. Blame him, blame her, blame this, blame that, but we make our own choices. As I always say, it's not easy, but the decision is simple. Make the right decisions. We know what's right and what's wrong. Choose happiness. Whatever path is going to lead you to true happiness is the right path. Be happy, be healthy, be fucking brave with your life, be a fucking lion. Thank you for listening. My name is MJ, and I am on a mission to inspire and help as many people as humanly possible live a life of freedom, happiness, and good health, because it is a fucking amazing feeling. I've lived that life, the life of misery and depression and stupidity and bad relationships. I mean, you name it, I've been through it. And when I learned how to completely transform my mindset, my life, make better decisions, and by no means am I perfect, and I still make stupid decisions here and there. But life is beautiful, and this truly is what we make of it. And we have to learn how to control and steer our own lives with every decision we make. Be happy, be healthy. You can follow me on Twitter at BAFL Motivation, or go to my website, www.beafuckinglion, to connect with me on other channels. And if you are a woman, you can sign up for my weekly newsletter, Motivation Monday, where I bring fitness, nutrition, and self-care news that you can trust straight to your email every Monday morning. You can even win some pretty cool referral rewards. Thank you.